These 10 days are the most beloved days to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Of course. Yes, the 10 days, which of course the first 10 days of the Hajj, which the month of Hajj is very important, of course, important because Ibrahim alayhi salam, and how much Ibrahim alayhi salam sacrificed for us, because we are the Ummah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and Ummah Ibrahim alayhi salam. They were going all, we going follow. And of course, 4,000 years ago, when they put him in a fire, they put him in many things to that prophet of Allah, and of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept him. Therefore, and accept him make him the leader of all prophets and leader of the Ummah. Of course, he gave him the Ismail alayhi salam, and of course, when he gave him Ismail alayhi salam with the Hajar, with the Hajara alayhi salam, which was, of course, one of the servants of the. There is a big story if you bring it, and of course, he brought for the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa prophet. He was our prophet. Yes, he was our prophet. Ibrahim was our prophet. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam or alayhi salam. And of course, he gave him the Ismail alayhi salam. And of course, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to build the Kaaba, build a place for Ummat Mu'mineen and Ummat Muslimin, what he wanted to do, of course, he takes it.
We should be fearful, shouldn't we, Sheikh? That the things that we do, we just think everything's accepted. And one of the signs of the Day of Judgment is that people will be like, when they commit sins, they'll be like, oh, it'll be okay, Allah will forgive me. And, this kind of careless attitude, which is completely different to the Sahaba, who cared so much about everything. That Umar radiallahu anh, at the end of his life, is saying, I just hope my good deeds and my bad deeds are equal, so that there's nothing held against me. So we need to offer this with the right intention and with the right heart. Isn't that right, Sheikh?
It is very important to give Qurbani, very important to sacrifice while we can, because as time comes which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says there is no shafa, there is no bay', and of course the kafarun or zalimun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says is verse 254, of course, before the verse of the Ayatul Kursi. My brothers and sisters, it's very important. The time is ayyaman ma'dudat. We don't know when we're going. Suddenly come and say, oh, where is Sheikh Ramzi? Oh, Sheikh Ramzi died. Oh, subhanallah, did he do anything? And at that time, I'm going to say, I'm going to say, Ya Allah, let me go back. Let me go back. I've got the money. I've got the car. I'm going to sell it. I've got the house. I'm going to sell it, give it to you. I've got the jewel. I'm going to sell it to you. He said, no, that's it. Your time is finished. Therefore, my brother and sister, send for time of the calamity which we have, time of the day of the judgment, which everybody, even all the prophets, those are all in awe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are silent and respect until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, who be shafi, who can proceed for whom. Therefore, my brother and sister, it is very important to give these 10 days. We may not be next year here. We may not be tomorrow here. Allah knows best. Inshallah, you are for 100 years there, but give for the sake of Allah. This is Qurbani, is for Allah. It's for the sake of Allah. It's exactly where it is coming from. When the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested him. He said, go and kill your son for me. Go and zabh your son for me. He's called Zabihullah. Ismail alayhi salam. He said, he went there, and of course, anything. Satan came to him, said, oh, you're stupid, killing son. I wouldn't do it, my brothers. Sheikh Ramzi, would not kill him because I'm a weak-hearted. But look at the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Tell Ismail, I'm going to do the zip. He says, you will find me, my father, you will find me patient. Do what Allah says. Look at this star, and of course, when he take him there to put the knife, he tried to cut, it's nothing happened again and again, nothing happened. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, yes, you done your job. You don't need to. I know you love this son. Now, go and zip this ram, which it was a ram they saw near to it. They say, of course, it was there. However, this is the tradition of the Prophet Ibrahim sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Tradition of Allah. You say Allah, oh Allah, I can sacrifice anything for you. And this is a sacrifice which Ibrahim alayhi salam done, and this is, I'm doing it for you. You do 2, you do 10, you do, the Sahabas and Tabi'in, they were doing thousands. I heard there is a hadith, 1,000 camel for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he says, if I had more, I would give. And of course, the brother says for us, says, you don't tick for it because I done it. And the 45 pound, I done it. It's for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kull amal binniya. Of course, if you haven't got it, there is no problem. You can share it. You can share half of it, even a 20 pound, whatever you have. But of course, the best. You say, Allah, oh Allah, I give the best for you, what I can. Therefore, my brothers and sisters, take the phone and give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have a water, we can be given. We have a Qurbanis, we can do it in Palestine, we can do it in Yemen. The people are dying. While we are sitting on a table is there beautiful food and everything is there. For the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, take a phone. And they say, oh Allah, I'm doing it for you. And I give 2, I give 3, I give 10. Many brothers, we needed the 50, of course, when it was last hour where we were here, we said, we want the 50. 50 is cost not that much for many. But alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives so many to brothers, especially in London. So many. Every house costs 1.5 million. Alhamdulillah. It's for Allah. And give for Allah as much as you can. Of course, my brother Francis at the moment is thinking, but what we want to do, I want to talk about the water from the Hajar. He said, talk about what happened to Hajar, what happened to the building the Kaaba, what happened in building the Kaaba when they wanted, of course, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, take your wife and your child and put it there. Put it in this place. He went in the middle of the mountain. It's a mountain. Nothing. Even the wolf is not living there. Wolf hasn't got the children there. There is no water, nothing. The worst thing is it doesn't come there. Therefore, he take his son. He take his beautiful son that he loved. Ismail alayhi salam and the Hajara. I had to take him there and put him there and put the tent. They have a water for a day or so. They have a water and a little food. And he done the prayer and the dua and everything. Ibrahim alayhi salam, and in the afternoon he left. And Hajar holding the baby, he said, Ya Rasulullah. He was Rasulullah as well, of course. Ya Ibrahim, where are you going? Why are you leaving me here? They're going to tourist and we're going to die here. From the no water, nothing else, we're going to die. And he did not say anything and forward. And after that, she shouted, Ya Rasulullah, did Allah said that for me? Did Allah said you leave me here? And he shake his head. And he said, therefore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will look after us. He will look after us. And of course, the next day, they had no water. As you know, the Safa and Marwa, min sha'air Allah. Safa and Marwa, she was hungry, she was dehydrated. The baby's dehydrated, they haven't got food. She hasn't got the milk to give a baby. And run to the Safa. And went to look at this mirage of water. Run to the water. There is no water. Go on the top of the Marwa. Come back, look at 7 times. He went up and down. 7 times, which we're doing now. Nothing there. She was dying. And of course, her eyes was full of sand because the wind coming, the heat coming, and of course she was coming to die with his baby. Came, you couldn't see the tent because her eyes was full of sand, and of course the baby cried. She pushed herself to die with his baby. And of course, what happened was, and the finder, as soon as they hold the baby, said, oh, his baby is wet. And it was the water, cool water. Baby was swimming in the water. Subhanallah. And of course, she looked and put her eyes and opened the eyes and give the baby. And as soon as they take the baby off, the water, like a fountain, came up. And it's coming. MashaAllah. And she didn't know what to do. She get the bath, she drink. And of course, after it, sometimes her mind come right, hold it. And she told the water, Zamzam. Then hold. And she put it around it. If she was not putting around it, the water was going forever like a river. But made the well because she wanted to keep it. And after that, look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course, Ibrahim alayhi salam Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I left it. I left my children. I left my wife and children. It is nothing there. Please make it prosperous. And now we can say millions of people every year, multi-millions going there, and the food and everything is there because of the hajra, because of the water. My brother and sister, look at the water. Look at the water. If you give, the people are dying at the moment. The people are dying of the water. They have got no water. They have to go 15, 16 miles, 16 to get a little water. In the middle, the baby dies. The baby gets dehydrated. My mother, with the pregnant mother, has to go and put something in his head to come back at 50 kilogram of the water to bring it for the children. For sake of Allah, do what you can. Jazakumullah khairan. And now I give to the brother.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. A very impassioned plea, as always, my dear beloved Sheikh. Yeah. Allah in the Quran, when it comes to sadaqah, it's always about you. It's never about those who you're giving to. It's never about the help that you're going to change. It's not how you're changing their lives. It's always about you. When will we learn all of these obligations, all of these encouragements, all of these permissibilities, all of these haram things that we're told to stay away from? All of this is for you and for me. It's for us. It's so that we can be happy, we can be healthy, we can be mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, spiritually healthy, physically healthy. All of it's for that. It's not for anything else. It's not for anyone else. It's for you and it's for me. That's what it's for. That's what all of this is for. Allah is Al-Wadud. He is the ever-loving, and He loves us, and He wants the best for us. He is the protector. He is the guide. He is the greatest. He is the first. He is the last. He is the one with no beginning. He is the one with no end. He is the opener. He is the raiser. He is the abaser. He is the victorious. He is everything, brothers and sisters. Do not doubt Him. And do not doubt the blessings that He's given you. Now show gratitude. Show it. Live it. Doesn't matter what happened in the past. Doesn't matter what mistakes you've made. Do it now. Let me just go back to our beloved Sheikh Ramzi, who I know has some beautiful wisdoms that he wants to share with us.
May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you, my brother. May Allah bless you. Yes, I was telling, of course, the story of the Hajra, which is what we need to do, my brother and sister, before we finish the story of the beautiful story. Is so sad and so beautiful and so honorable. I want to remind you, this is the Marasim al-Hajj. If you are not there, does not mean you cannot sacrifice. Be part of it. Say, oh Allah, I couldn't go this year, but I do my bit. It's very important to do so sacrifice. My brother and sister, when it happened, of course, the Hajra came and they hold this baby, and the water is there. Water is gushing up like a fountain is coming up, and it's cold, burnt as ice. And of course she's enjoying it. She bathing her baby and she bathing herself. And after that, she says, the Zamzam name is that. You have to remember, she says she was very worried that all the water goes away. It says Zamzam, Zamzam, Zamzam. That means hold. And she hold it around it. She hold it around it within a day. But you think about it, she was lonely in the middle of the desert. Who comes with the child? But which mother and child can stay down there and doesn't get scared? And of course, she knew Allah is with him. Within a day, the flower came up. Around the things, the flower just got green, and within a day and a half, the bird came. The bird, the bird can smell the water from miles or whatever. And the bird came and sit down, and of course those travelers which were going a different way. I said, why the bird going there? The bird there must be water there. Otherwise the bird does not go there. So many birds. And they came and they find this mother and little baby. This mother and little baby, and they find it and they said, what you doing here? Whose is this water? He said, the mother said, of course, Hajar said, it's mine. And he said, who are you? What are you doing? And of course she told the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and she said how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made that for him. And you know what they said? They said, well, we have to feed our camel with our cow. Can I give you 2 cows? Can I give you 2 camels for the water? Yes. And of course the ladies was beside of them, and they said, Hajrat, would you like be your servant and help you here, help you there? And within a week or 2 or so, She become a queen, mashallah. Say Allahu Akbar. Now, what is happening? And of course, the Ismail, like a prince, he got all the families and the water as much as you want. And of course, thousands of camels and thousands of the people coming. And you can see it now, because the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam asked Allah, oh Allah, I put my children, I put my family in place where without anything. Without anything, there is nothing. Without nothing, therefore, give them rest. And of course, you can see for a month, and of course, millions of people, they go in there. My brothers and sisters, these are the tradition of the Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Of course, these are the tradition of Muhammad sallallahu. These are tradition of Khadija alayhi salam, radiyallahu anha. There is tradition of the Aisha radiyallahu anha. These are tradition of the family of the Prophet, and the tradition of the goes back to 4,000 years, which is the tradition of Ibrahim and tradition of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a sunnah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which give this ram for instead of the sacrificing his son. See how much Ibrahim alayhi salam sacrificed to be his family. Ummat Ibrahim alayhi salam be his family. Part of Ahl al-Bayt of the Ibrahim alayhi salam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, but part of all we are going to follow the Ibrahim alayhi salam. How much he had, which we can only keep his tradition. Tradition which is in these times, if we are not there, millions, these are compulsory, these are sunnat mu'akkada, kind of sunnat mu'akkada. If anybody can afford it, do it for Allah. Do it for Allah. Do it more and more and more and more. If you can afford it, because maybe tomorrow is not there. My brother and sister, just take a phone. And we have several organizations we have which we can give. We can give from £40 to £280, whatever. But it's Palestine. Why is we giving for Palestinian people? They are very hungry. They are all war torn. They are Yemen. They are war torn, my brothers. They have no food. Send it down there. Send it down there for them. At least they can taste a little bit of the meat, a little bit of water, which they haven't got. Of course, we have the for the pump. We are placing the pump in Bangladesh, which people are dying. People are really dying and getting so much of a disease, so much of a illness, that they cannot move because of the polluted water. Let's give him something. Let's give him some water. For sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For sake of all your families, sake of your health. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you health and wealth. You believe me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, مثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله كمثل حبة. مثل حبة دام Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the people who give fi sabil for the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the example is like an example of one seed. You put it on the ground and it comes a plant. A plant with the 7 years, 7 branches. Each branch has got 100. And Wallahu yudhafa man yasha. Wallahu wasi'un alim. Now, what we say, of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Allah gives 700. You give one. You give one, He gives 700. In this world, my brother, in this world He gives you. In other words, He gives you بغير حساب. You think forever, you ever and ever and ever, is that what we send is enough? Couple of pounds here and couple of pounds there is not. Allah gives بغير حساب because كل الأعمال بالنية. And do it for Allah. Do it for Allah. Intention is important. Very intention is important, but my friend, my brothers, my sisters, do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Take the phone. And phone us as well, of course. We are sitting here. For us is here waiting for you to phone. And we are waiting for you to phone and call us. And we do some dua for you. You do some dua for us. We encourage each other for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just get the phone. Say, Salaam alaikum, Shaykh. Salaam alaikum, Faraz. And thank you for what you're doing, whatever. And of course, I would like to donate that much. And phone your friends. Phone your brothers, sisters, family, and say, can you help? It's for Allah. Is a sadaqah even a sadaqah as well? Is it like a sadaqah jariyah as well? Every year, but of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, there are the hadith sahih, which I believe Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, you kill a sheep for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You zip a sheep, and with the amount of hair that sheep has, how many billions, I don't know how many, God, Allah knows best, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you a reward. This door is open. Reward is open. Door of maghfirah, door of mercy, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is open. Why you don't take it, my brothers and sisters? I know, of course, people say, all this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shaitan push you. They say, oh, if you give, you're going to be homeless, or you're going to be that, you're going to be this, faqr, you're going to be poor, faqir. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks you for His maghfirah and a favor. You give, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you, my friend. Just tonight He will give. I'm sure, we don't know when we die. Suddenly come and say, oh, Sheikh Ramzi died. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Why? Well, he was young. He was 60-something. He was young. Well, the time come and go. And you know what Sheikh says? Oh Allah, can you let me go back again? I've got a car, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to get a smaller car. I'm going to get that car, and I'm going to give it for you. I'm going to sell my house, and I'm giving it to you. I'm going to sell this one, I'm giving it to you. I just left it. I don't know what is happening to it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, at the time which you had, the time which come, يوم يأتي لا بيع لا خلة ولا شفاعة والكافرون هم الظالمون. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى جزاكم الله خير. Please take a phone and talk to us.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Alhamd. Let's go to our next caller. Who do we have? Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
My dear sister, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ruxana.
And where are you calling from, Ruxana?
I'm calling from Forest Gate in London.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Ruxana, how are you? How is your family? How is life?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Life is lovely, thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Very good to hear. May Allah give you more because of your grateful response of Alhamdulillah. Life is great.
My pleasure.
Alhamdulillah. Tell me, Ruxana, what good news do you bring tonight?
A small donation, but just for £150.
Uh-huh.
For water hand pump.
MashaAllah.
Inshallah.
MashaAllah. Can you say takbir?
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ruxana, I want to take you to account. Never say it's a small donation, because this is what you can afford. This is you doing the best that you can do. And that is all Allah wants to see. There is no small donation. There's only small hearts, right? And you've got a big heart, and that's what Allah wants to see, that your heart is there for Allah, and that you're giving what you can for the sake of Allah. May Allah accept it, may Allah increase you, and may you see this reward in this life, in the barakah and the sukoon in your heart, and in the shifa of your family, and may you see it in the akhirah, when you see it in your grave, may you see it when you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when your scales are laid before you, may you see all of the barakah of this wonderful well. My dear Ruxana, what inspired you to do this tonight?
I'd love you. You made already dua, but also I'd love you to make dua for my children, that Allah guide them, that He gives them hidayah to stay on the straight path. And I think that's what inspired me mainly, that the gift of dua that you're spreading, and also the barakah that you are inspiring as well. So inshallah, make dua for my health and also barakah in my wealth too.
Ameen.
Ameen. And also the same duas that you gave to me and my family, I wish upon yourselves too.
Ameen. It's very sweet of you, sister. May Allah bless you. Can I ask you, how old are your children?
Okay, good question, yes.
Mm-hmm.
My eldest son is 30 years old.
MashaAllah.
And please pray dua, make dua, because I'm looking for a pious wife for a pious daughter-in-law for my son. And my youngest son is 22 years old, by the way.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah. So, yes, Alhamdulillah, I feel blessed.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, but may Allah guide them on the straight path.
Ameen, Ameen. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa sallam. Everyone at home, please make this dua. I'm going to ask Sheikh to make a dua as well. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa sallam. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Our beloved sister Roxana, Ya Allah, this is your maidservant. She has given in your name, she's given from her wealth, she's given back to you. Allahu Akbar. Ya Allah, accept this wonderful sadaqah that she has given to do a water well. May it be a shifa for her family, and may it be a means of hidayah for her children. Ya Allah, bless her children. I'm sure they are good. They have good hearts, that they have good minds and good intellects. Ya Allah, guide them to you. Ya Allah, save them from the fire by whatever means you see fit. Ya Allah, just however you wish to do it, just bring them to you. Bring them to you by whatever means you see fit. May their lives be filled with worship. May their lives be filled with service to humanity. May they make this world a better place than from when they came into it. Ya Allah, may their last deeds be their best deeds. May they be people of kindness. May they be people of taqwa, people of forgiveness, people of good character. Ya Allah, rectify their mistakes. Ya Allah, forgive them for any of their mistakes. Ya Allah, make excuses for their mistakes. Ya Allah, forgive them and guide them and increase them and bless all of them and bless her family. And may your descendants, my dear Roxana, follow in the way of Allah and His Messenger, even more so than you and your own children. And may your descendants follow even closer until the end of time, until the last day. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa sallam. Ameen, Ameen, Ameen. My beloved Sheikh, will you make a dua as well?
Yes, inshallah. May Allah, my sister, bless you. And of course, may Allah give all your family a long life. May Allah give all your family happiness. And may Allah give you all family health and a wealth. And take all the sorrows, all the difficulties of your house, of your household and all the families, and of course bring a happiness, bring a smile forever for you and your family. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive all your deceased. The family has been died and went away. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take him in paradise. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala find a good wife for your son, the wife which both working for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah. Jazakum Allah khair. We got another phone call.
Alhamdulillah. Take care, my dear sister. Assalamu alaikum, Roxana. Sheikh, could you tell us more about, and you've spoken already so eloquently about it, but I know we've got people who have just tuned in, so it's okay to repeat yourself. But can you tell us more about why this story of Ibrahim is so important, and why the story of Hajar and the Qurbani is so important?
The story of Ibrahim, of course, the story of Ibrahim is our story. We are Ummat Ibrahim alayhi salam. This is our story, is our forefathers, which we are family, part of the family of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Of course, it is important because Ibrahim alayhi salam, so much, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so much test him. Many times test him. They put him in a fire. He never, they told him to deny Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when his father was there. You know what happened? His father wanted to say, if you don't stop, he says, Father, I know, I've got a knowledge. Please come follow me and I teach you, I take you to paradise. What he says? He says, I'm going to stone you. Go away for a long time. And the young boy, he threw young man out of his house, out of his place, and he said, "Oh Allah!" And he went on the corner of the, for example, city, and he stayed. He had a big family, and he left all his family. He left all his family off, and they're gone. And of course, many times they again denied. All they were worshiping sun, worshiping moon, worshiping several things they used to worship. I don't know, you're worshiping the cows or worshiping the donkey, monkey, whatever they find, they used to worship. And of course, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam at that time, which Allah talked to him, and I talked to him, he become a prophet. Therefore, he was he was telling them, these are wrong, these are wrong. Don't bring shirk. Don't bring shirk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My brothers and sisters, these are very important. He's so much sacrifice. And would you know what they done to him? They put him in a fire, 1,000 degrees of fire. And he didn't burn because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Kuno to the nar, Kuno bardan le Ibrahim. Be cool for Ibrahim. And Ibrahim was playing with the flames. He was so cold, he was shivering. And of course the people said, no, this is not a fire. Let's put somebody else's in. And they put him and the other person burned. And when he came out, of course, this one was, and the most important, one of the most important, beside of several things which he done, most important was sacrificing his son, Ismail. Sacrifice. My brother and sister, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, na'udhu billah, I hope he never says, so come for example, say, Sheikh, can you sacrifice your son? I can't do it. I'm a weak heart. I'm a weak. I can't do it. And many cannot do it. But this man, Ibrahim alayhi salam, he said, my son, I saw in the dream, I'm trying to azbah you. I'm trying to sacrifice you for Allah. And you know what the son says? What honorable son. He says, you will find me very patient. Satajidun inshallah. Sabran. You find me sabr, you find me patient, and go and do what you have to do. My brothers and sisters, is a very important. And of course, when he went to do the zebh. He went to do the zebh. He they say, of course, the story. Take all the Ismail alayhi salam was taking the bundle of wood to burn himself. You know. To take him burning, because burning sacrifice used to do sacrifice burning for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Take it there. Several times Satan came at the moment because jamarat, you can see the jamarat, big and small or whatever, they got 2 or 3 jamarat we have. These are the time which Satan came and they said, oh Ibrahim, this is wrong, you're killing your son, and he threw a stone to him. So go away, get the stone and through. These are our tradition of the Ibrahim alayhi salam. And again came, until he went to the place which had to be cutting his son. He put him back, which he doesn't see his face. Usually, of course, you put him forward, but he couldn't see. He couldn't look at his face of his son. He put the knife in, it didn't cut. Put the knife in, it didn't cut. And you know what happened? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, yes, Ya Ibrahim, don't. I know you love it. Don't. I know you are loyal to us. Ya Ibrahim, now get this ram which is on the corner, and sacrifice it. And sacrifice it and give it to the people. And it's a tradition of the Ibrahim alayhi salam. Which he come at the moment, of course, getting and so happiness. He's got his son and he's got a lot of food, and everybody came, they burned the offering and the food, and they give to the people. It is a tradition of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came, the Kaaba was 360 different asnam, different gods was there, call it gods or whatever. Was the monkey and the donkey and the sun and the moon and the earth and whatever they were there. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and so much of the difficulties, the war and everything, to make it clean for us, to make it happen for us to go, to make it to do exactly the ritual, the procedures which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told when they made, of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when the Ibrahim and Ismail made the Kaaba, ask me. He says, Allah subhanahu arina manasikana wa tub alayna, show us what we do, which we be your servant. And these are the doing. And of course, you're killing the sheep or killing the ram or goat or camels or whatever, but there it is a tradition, part of the tradition, becoming the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course, for the Hujjaj, which they going, for the Zuyuf Allah, which they going there, this is a total compulsory, they have to do it. But for us in here is a sunnah mu'akkada, we have to do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah, we are not there. Inshallah, ask us to be your guests at your place, at your home, not home, of course, at your Beit al Atiq, of course, and the Kaaba. Please, next year perhaps, but this year I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this one as well for you. But my brother and sister, take a phone. Hold the phone. Just say, and they say, of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be generous to you. You do, not just a £45 one. You do 2, you do 3, you do 5, you do 10. You say, Allah, you worth for me that. Oh Allah, you worth for me that. I love you and I give it to you. It's not just as the brother for us take in the box, say, I done it and let it go. So Allah, you worth for you more. The Sahabas and Tabi'in, they used to kill 1,000 camel, my brothers. You know how much it costs 1,000 camel now? Before which they haven't had one family had one camel. You know, doing it for Allah, and of course Allah gives double and triple to them back. This is important, my brothers. She said, you doing it for Allah and not doing it for you. Please take a phone. Please hold the phone. And he say, Sheikh, he say, Fras, and he say, Brother Irfan, Salaam Alaikum, you are there, and I would like to give it to, in the name of Allah, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Ummah Rasul Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and for Ummah Ibrahim alayhi salam. You give. And of course we have water as well. These are all together. The water, as you can see, the Hajar was the first water. The Zamzam. The Zamzam is shafa for everything. At the moment, of course, all the haram, if you go to haram, inshallah, you drink it, of course, is beautiful. And I tell you one thing, my brothers and sisters, if I drink any tap water, I get indigestion. I drink Zamzam is nothing at all. Nothing. Allah knows. Allah knows. Hand in the heart. I'm not telling lie, because I was drinking and it's so beautiful. And of course, you can watch yourself as well, and some time, and is great to be done. Please hold the phone. Get the phone and phone us. The number is on your screen. Phone us. I can't remember the number. Fras, can you tell the number, please?
Yes, I can. It is 0207 149 30. Alhamdulillah, you are calling. We can hear the phone lines. We can hear all the voices. People are calling. Alhamdulillah, you get it. Those who are watching, I think you're getting it. You realize that this Qurbani is not a tick box. You realize that this Qurbani is based upon the story of heart. It's a story of faith. It's a story of conviction. It's a story of complete trust and a story of complete certitude in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and in His plan and in His commands. And because it's full of so much heart, it's full of so much iman, our Qurbani can't just be this empty thing. We just call a number, we give, £50, £25, khalas, it's finished. No, this is heavy, this is big. Let's go to our next caller. Who do we have? Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
What's your name, brother? Where are you calling from?
My name is Azim, calling from Luton.
Azim from the blessed lands of Luton, mashallah. I do love Luton. I was there a couple of weeks ago with the great Mufti Menk. We had a brilliant event there in that venue. What's that venue called? That big venue in Luton everyone does their events at? Can't remember the name, but it was great.
Quite a few venues, to be honest.
Tell me, brother, what good news do you have?
It's more of a question for the Imam studio, and it's regarding Zulhajj.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm aware that during Zulhajj you're not supposed to cut your hair, but I mean, if you're offering Qurbani, you're not supposed to cut your hair or trim your nails until you've gotten confirmation that the Qurbani has gone through. However, when does this go into effect? Is it from Maghrib before the 1st of Zulhajj, or is it from when you've paid for the Qurbani, or is it from Fajr?
Well, let's turn to our Sheikh and ask him.
Of course, it's a very good question, very valid question, of course. For the Hujjaj, they have to do, and of course before they have to, and after that do the shaving or nail or what. But for us, you just give. There is no, because this is a tradition of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we give. It does not need, of course. Some scholar, Allah knows best. Again, Allah knows best. Some scholar says you better not to hold for it, cut your nail, whatever until 10 days, or you better not shave. However, it is some scholar says no. This is just for the Zuyufullah, for the Hujjaj, which they go in. They have a condition which they must not shave until the Qurbani gets there. I remember, of course, I was telling before as well, because when we give the Qurbanis, there I went to I said, I want to give a Qurbani. He said, where you want to send? I said, I want to kill it here. He said, no, we haven't got 3 or 4 million. 4 million people are there. 4 million Qurbani. I wanted to do the 3. I read 2 or 3. Then each one wanted 2, 3, 8 million. He said, we cannot do it here. But what we can do, we can send it there for you, for example, to the Egypt or to the Turkey, anywhere you like, we send it. But we tell you exactly, for example, they were telling me, because the government was doing, the government of Saudi, telling you 2 o'clock, the Qurbani is done, and after that you can do it. But before 2 you can't do it. And of course, this is a kull amal banniya. That means when I finished, I had to wait for it before the shave, and of course to do the last one at 2 o'clock, and after that went and of course cut my hair. However, this is a tradition. For those ones is a compulsory. If you shave it before, you have to give fidya again. Fidya, that means you made a mistake. Any mistake you do in the Hajj, you have to fidya. Of course, we are a scholar there to say how much, maybe some monies, or maybe forgiveness, or maybe holding fast, or maybe Allah knows best. Maybe you have to 2 Qurbanis. Maybe it depends. They will tell you. The scholars depend on what is happening. However, in here, inshallah, khair, and you give and let it go for Allah. Jazakumullah khairan. I hope I answered your question.
Shukriya, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
Pleasure.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you for calling. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. So we're in the month of Dhul Hijjah already, brothers and sisters. Take advantage of these. Are the most blessed days to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. More blessed than the days of Ramadan, subhanAllah. Can you believe that? It's hard to imagine. I find it even hard to say it. But it's true, because Allah said these are the most beloved days to Him. They're the best days of the year. The best days of the year. And good deeds and good actions in these 10 days are more beloved to Allah than in any other time. More than Ramadan, more than any other time. Allahu Akbar. So that's why we're going to fast during these 9 days. Some of us will fast all of the 9 days. Some of us will just fast on the day of Arafat. Some of us will fast 2 or 3 or 4 days. And we know that fasting one of these days is like you fasted for the entire year. We know that the Rasul said in the book of Tirmidhi that if you pray, if you stay at one night, we say 6 hours for most of us in the south and in the Midlands. Our night's about 6 hours from Maghrib to Fajr. There's 6 hours. If you stay up the whole night, it's as if you get the reward of being awake and in prayer on what night? Laylatul Qadr. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
These are the gifts that Allah gives to us. Grab them while you can. Do not wait. 0207 100 4930. Yes, yes.
What I'd like to say, of course, is very important. The brother said one thing very important, but it is not just, for example, which we have to give the money for the sacrifice for the sheep in the Dhul Hijjah, because what important thing is when they doing that for you. For example, everyone doing it at that day. Everyone doing it at that day. Therefore, my brothers, if you, for example, you pay tonight, some brothers says, for example, the Hajj started tomorrow. But if you pay tonight, there is no problem on that, because your sacrifice will get later. Your Qurbani, they will be udhiha, they will be killed later. It's not just today. But the important thing is, if you give it a quicker, inshallah, which is better. We believe, of course, today is the first day, because as I said, the Maghrib day of the Islamic day start after the Asr, near the Maghrib to the Asr. Is not a 12 o'clock in the night to other 12 o'clock in the night. Is a start from the Maghrib to start to the other Maghrib. Therefore, my brother and sister, is a very important. If we give quicker, which the people, for example, the Muslim charity knows how many they give in, how we can take it, which office goes, where the money should go. For example, is in Malawi, is in Pakistan, is in Afghanistan, is in the Rohingya, or everywhere where someone send it. They can send it in the right time, and they can kill your sacrifice on at that day, and you are okay, alhamdulillah. Because everything, I believe, is been killed on the Eid. Eid, and all being killed. Therefore, you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry, I'm doing it today or tomorrow. Maybe we are not here tomorrow. Maybe we gone tomorrow. Tonight, Sheikh is asleep. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
Sheikh, just in addition to the information, in Muslim charity, the time you donate Qurbani to Muslim charity, it means either a part of the cow, if it's a share, or a animal has been nominated for your Qurbani, which we will perform, inshallah, at the day of Eid al-Adha. And most importantly, as Sheikh said, that we don't know. Maybe the next breath is not with us. And as Sheikh said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. It's always good to do the good deed when you think of it, when you make niyyah for it. So inshallah, when you donate your Qurbani tonight, we as a Muslim charity promise you that we have that part, that share, that animal, inshallah, already reserved for you, that it will be sacrificed on the Eid al-Adha, and we will follow the sunnah, inshallah ta'ala. And at the same time, if you donate your water hand pump or your water well, it's already located that where it will be, inshallah, because these communities, they have made requests to the Muslim charity. So inshallah, ba'idnillah, your amana will be delivered as we are promising to you. So brothers and sisters, this is 0207 100 4930. Come forward and donate tonight, inshallah. Be part of this blessed appeal together with us. And inshallah, your support will be supporting us to support all these persons, all these people from Ummah, to help them at these time of difficulties, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah. Let's go to our next caller. Who's on the line? Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, alaikum salam.
What's your name, sister? Where are you calling from?
It's Sister Oksana again.
Oh, you called again from earlier. I thought I recognized your voice.
Yeah, I was inspired by yourself earlier because you made dua for my sons. So this time I would like to make a donation for Qurbani for cow share in Yemen.
Allahu Akbar. Say takbir, sister.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Mashallah.
So tell me.
£130.
That's right. That's right. Tell me what was going on inside your heart.
You know, like all the information and all the advice and everything that you're giving has really inspired me. And I thought to myself, you know, I really need barakah. We all do. Yeah. So I'd like you to make dua for myself. For barakah in my risk, sustenance, and also for my health. I'm blessed with beautiful health.
Alhamdulillah.
Even at my age, alhamdulillah, I'm in a very caring and gifted profession. So, because I'm a school teacher.
MashaAllah. Secondary or primary?
Primary school teacher.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Yeah, so I feel very blessed, and especially at my age, I would love to continue doing what I'm doing because I feel it's a calling.
Alhamdulillah.
And it's my way of giving to the Ummah. And dua from yourself would be so appreciated because health in this health and is so important for me to continue doing the good, mashallah, what I do and what I love doing, yeah, and which is like for me it's a calling, and I love giving as well to the children that I teach and to the profession that I'm in, and to the parents, to the children, and to the colleagues, and also serving the community and the ummah at large. And I feel that if I have a dua from myself, you know, I can continue giving.
Inshallah, inshallah. You know, sister, I wish there were more teachers like you who see that their profession as a calling and see it as a means of nurturing and guiding and growing and, you know, this beautiful generation of children in whatever school that you're in. I'm going to ask Sheikh to make that beautiful dua for you. And he was sitting there smiling as you were talking, and you know, I know he's loving what you're saying.
Yes,
so I'm going to leave it to him to make a beautiful dua.
May Allah bless you. First I say may Allah bless you and give you long life, my sister, which you can serve the Ummah al-Muslimin. Muslimin is very important. May Allah give you a long life. May Allah give you happiness and your family. May Allah give you wealth, all your family wealth, and may Allah give you again health, and may Allah give you a long life. Long life. Stay until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you take you to paradise. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows you are ready for paradise, inshallah, take you. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep all your children, all your family together like a beautiful bunch of flower. And take him to paradise. All of you take him to paradise, and I give a beautiful house in the paradise. The same house which you give it to the wife of the Pharaoh, which is asking, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala resurrect you all with the Aisha radiallahu anha, resurrect you, and of course all your family with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam by the Hawd al-Kawthar, inshallah. I couldn't say better. May Allah reward you immense.
Ameen. Ameen. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad. Ameen. Thank you, my dear sister Roxana. If you're still there, take care of yourself. Have a wonderful days of Dhul Hijjah. Have a wonderful Eid, inshallah, with you and your family.
You know, something is I just want to say that the same du'as go for yourself as well.
Ameen. Ameen. Ameen.
Ameen.
The help you get is double-fold or infinite.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
May Allah bless you.
Alhamdulillah. Infinite du'as for yourself and your families too. Jazakallah khair.
Take care, my dear sister. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. You just heard from Sister Roxana again here in London. She called at the beginning of the show. She did a water well, subhanallah, as a means of hidayah for her children, and you know, as a means of health and guidance for all of her family. And then she carried on watching, she listened again, and then, you know, she felt inspired to do something more for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and she just did not an easy one, a £130 cow share in Yemen, subhanallah, where people are starving. And you know the situation. I'm not going to reiterate all the statistics that you know, the millions that have passed away, the children that are dying because they just don't have enough food. Every 10 minutes a child is dying in Yemen. My friend who is out there at the moment with another beautiful charity, in the city that he's in Aden, they've just suffered, I think it was what he said, 15 or 20 missile strikes. Alhamdulillah, he's safe, and his family's out there with him at the moment because he's living and working out there on behalf of that charity. He's half Yemeni himself. But you know, they're having to make several kind of backup plans of how they might be able to get out to keep themselves safe. Our brothers and sisters who are on the front line in Yemen and places like that, they are literally putting their lives at risk. In Syria, they're putting their lives at risk. In many of these countries, they're putting their lives at risk so that you know, people can enjoy a bit of Eid, they can celebrate it, they can give to their children. Even if it's not for the parents, they'll want to give it to their children just so that they can see a smile upon their face. They can enjoy that wonderful taste. And you know, meat for people in this situation is really important because meat has certain nutrients in it, like zinc. Zinc is really important for the human brain. If you have very, very, very low levels of zinc, your abilities to think rationally massively decrease. And what happens is that certain emotions and things will start to take over, and you will make decisions that you think are right and true, but are not based on reality. They're not based on actually the facts that are in front of you. The way that you will, it plays havoc with your mind. And when you have no access to meat and no access to other sources of zinc, like, you know, wholesome vegetables and other bits and pieces, these are the things that they're also going through. You don't see any of that. You see their emaciated bodies. You might see the hunger that they're actually going through, but you don't see what we might term here as a mental health illness, but you don't see the battles and the wars that are going on inside their minds and in their hearts and in their emotions. And so that little bit of meat can actually do absolute wonders for them, because like we talked earlier, they will either salt it and they'll preserve it, or they'll dry it in the heat, they'll cover it. In fact, they'll keep it for as long as they can so that they can eat it throughout the year and have that little sauce. Maybe it'll last them 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it might be. So their children have at least got that little source of, of iron and zinc and magnesium, all the other goodness that's in that beautiful organic, free-range meat of these wonderful lambs and goats and cows that, are there free and roaming around. Brothers, please, 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 be like Sister Roxana. She did that. She got 2 beautiful du'as from our beloved Shaykh, alhamdulillah. Heartfelt du'as. Grab it. Let's go to our next caller. Who do we have? Assalamu alaikum.
Hello?
Hello, sister. What's your name? It's okay. You don't have to say if you don't want to. No problem.
Yeah, no.
No problem. Where are you calling from?
From Blackburn.
Blackburn! I love Blackburn. I go to Blackburn at least 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Great place. Oh, Blackburn's lovely. Especially when you arrive on the train. When you arrive on the train in Blackburn, it feels like you're stepping back in time.
Wow.
Great place. I love Blackburn. It's a beautiful place with beautiful people. My dear sister from Blackburn, tell me, what good news do you bring?
I want to make a donation for Qurbani and want to make a dua for all Ummah.
Of course, my dear. Can I ask which Qurbani package would you like to go for?
The Malawi.
Malawi, of course. So this is a whole goat in Malawi for £45, mashallah.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure that gets done for you on the day of Eid, and that it will get distributed to the needy and the hungry that are in Malawi. May Allah bless you. But can you...
Another donation, I want the £150 water hand pump.
Clever lady. Clever lady. Can you say takbir?
Allahu Akbar.
You're a clever lady, because you know that in these days of the Hijjah, these are the most beloved days. The good actions are the most beloved good actions in these 10 days, and that's what you're doing. You've done your alhamdulillah. May Allah accept your Qurbani, your udhiyah. May Allah accept it from you. And on top of that, you're doing an extra thing that you don't have to do, but you're doing it. May Allah give you all of the barakah, all of the blessings of this. May it be a shifa for you. May it be a removal of fitan from your path. May it elevate you in your akhirah. May it grant ease for you in this life and in the next. Ameen. Ameen, ameen. My dear sister, I'm going to hand over to our beloved Sheikh to make dua for you.
May Allah bless you, my sister. Of course, what I would like to say, the voice which is coming from you, I'm not psychic, but I can say, inshallah, you are one of the people, Ahl Jannah. Inshallah. Just keep going in the right. Just keep going in the right. Don't ask. Just keep going in right and do what you are doing at the moment and going forward, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you a long life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all your family long life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take all the sorrows, all the difficulties of all your family and bring a beautiful and happiness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make your face always a smiley face. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you long life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you all together in this world like a bunch of flower, and of course taken in the Jannatul Firdaus, inshallah. There all together in the house of paradise. May Allah bless you all, and may Allah resurrect you yourself with the Ummul Mu'mineen, our mothers, Aisha radiyallahu anha.
Ameen.
Ameen, ameen, ameen. Allahu Akbar. Thank you, my dear sister, for calling. May Allah bless you. Call your friends and family. Tell them to get it done as well as quickly as possible.
Thank you.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. MashaAllah, so many Qurbanis have come in. I want to get another 10 Qurbanis before 12:30. Can we get another 10 Qurbanis? Now, you can do 10 goats in Malawi for £450 if you want to do that. Alhamdulillah. You can do a whole cow share in Palestine. And you can't forget Palestine. You can't forget Palestine. I know you don't. But people, they don't get access to meat. And people in Syria don't get access to meat. I've met so many people in East Africa, in Tanzania, in Somalia. They're eating leaves. They're eating grass. You've heard me say this a million times. So when you've been eating vegetation that animals eat, to have meat is it's almost an ecstatic taste. It's like you taste that and it's like your taste buds go boom, 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 boom. You bring them so much joy on that day of Eid. I know it's hard for us to understand because we can have it whenever we want. But the joy, just the joy. And we're told in the hadith of Rasulullah that just to bring joy to another Muslim. The reward is immense. The reward is forgiveness. The reward is Jannah. These are things that are loved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Grab this opportunity. Call now 027 100 4930.
Yes, of course, you are absolutely right, my dear brother. What you said, all what I'm thinking, absolutely right. We don't take our religion seriously. We don't take the Quran seriously. I was looking at of course, what we see. I was looking at one of the verses from verse before the verse of Ayatul Kursi, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and also warn the people, subhanallah, warn the people, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu anfiqu mimma razaqnakum min qabl an ya'ti yawman la bay'un fihi wa la khullatun wa la shafaatun wal kafiruna hum adh-dhalimun. What we see, my brothers, at the moment, if I tell you, hold the sky, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the sky shakes. But what we see when the for example the Qari reading, recite, mashallah, what a good voice. What a good voice. What we don't see what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. Oh mashallah, beautiful voice. And it goes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayat, oh believer, infiqu, give for what we give you. What we gave you, you give. You give for what we gave you. That means we made you a trustee. Mustakhlafina fil ard. A trustee on that for you to give it to the people. Don't hold it. You give before the day comes, which you cannot do any bargaining. As we said, you give whole earth, you give all the shops, you give all the gold, or you give all the diamond, but you said nothing. They don't accept it from you. That's it here. Said la bay'un, no bargaining, no friendship, and no intercede. There is no one going to intercede with you. Now, even you talking about some people thinking about Jesus come and do it. Some people, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, somebody Abraham doing it. There is nothing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wal kafiruna hum adh-dhalimun. Well, Kafir, I'm writing a book on this verse and the Ayatul Kursi. So it's all warnings. My brothers, take it seriously. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you. Give your zakat. Give your sadaqah. Give it for Allah. It's so what is more beautiful than that? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give it to you. So Allah, I give it back to you, to your people. I sacrifice. I save your people. I save the people which are dying with the water, a little bit water. I give 150 or whatever. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have to know, of course, whatever you want to give. I save these children. I help you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a plan. This world didn't come without a plan. It didn't just make it. Oh Allah, I'm helping your plan. I'm helping you. This is how it goes. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Wal kafiruna hum adh-dhalimun. That means the people who doing zulm to themselves, bad to themselves, they are kafir. Subhanallah. At first, Ya alladhina amanu is a start with the amanu. Oh believer. And finish it with the kuffar. Subhanallah. This is a warning, my brothers. These all are warning. Warning, just give. You don't know when you're going. I'm myself, and I'm saying it again. We are all the same boat. I'm a weak-hearted as well. You know, just holding it. The gift of giving is what Allah gives. Many people hasn't got that gift of giving. Not taking. We love to take, love to make it. But gift of giving, if Allah give you a gift of giving, you have give you the best. Therefore, my brothers and sisters, for the sake of Allah, you train yourself. You give it for Allah. You give what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to you. For example, if you don't give your zakat, your money is filthy. Your money is dirty. You have to give because it's a right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to hold in it. You cannot hold the right of Allah and don't give it to the poor people which are dying. That means you're going to difficulty with confronting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, give. As more you give in, you will find more. It's like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, it's like a river. River in the, when I'm giving it, it's like a river which it goes. Take what you want and feed your plant. Feed your tomatoes. Put the water for tomatoes, water for cucumber, water for that, water for plant, water for trees. and then let the rest go. If you hold it, if what happened? It will flood and it kill everything. Therefore, my brothers, let it go. Do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do it and give it, because ayyaman ma'dudat. You don't know when you're going. We don't know say, oh subhanallah, inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
SubhanAllah. So it's all about giving. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us ability to give. And we pray and make dua that all our viewers and anybody who is getting this message, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may give you this ability to give further. And you have it. And as Brother Faraz said, it's all about making your efforts. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may open your heart and may bless you, that because you are going to be part of, giving the part of these blessings to the Creator of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's tonight, in this blessed night, at this blessed moment, and as your early bird as well. So inshallah, come forward. All it takes you is to make efforts, because we are making our efforts to invite you to do your efforts. And the telephone number is 0207 100 4930. That's our donation hotline. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And early on in the show, one of our beloved Islam Channel viewers, Javed Moore, mashallah, a beautiful, beautiful brother who calls up always in Ramadan. I'm looking forward to meeting him and his family. Very early on in the show, he actually made a donation for a water hand pump and a Qurbani, mashallah. And his mother and him both said, Salaam alaikum. So, walaikum salam. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. On top of that, earlier on as well, there was another beautiful donation. If I can just find it. There was a brother who donated £1,000. It was Mizan Rahman, which was, again, a water well and a Qurbani. See, people are clever. They are doing their obligation, the Qurbani. But then on top of that, they want to do something extra, because these are the beloved days to Allah. These are the when actions are most beloved, good actions are most beloved to Allah. So they're grabbing that opportunity to take a water well. Because it's been a couple of months now since month of Ramadan. You've had some time to replenish your income, replenish your capital. You've got some money, and now that you can give back to Allah, because you gave it all out in Ramadan, mashallah ta'ala. But now is the time. These are the days to do it, subhanallah. And again, you know, throughout the year, Allah punctuates the year with all these wonderful opportunities, subhanallah. And this is our last opportunity of this year, really. I don't know. Wait, where are we? Dhul Hijjah? Oh yeah. This is the last opportunity. This is the last month. So this is really the last opportunity of these great opportunities within the year of the sacred months of this calendar before we begin again, and the opportunities will start again. But as we mentioned before Muharram, but as we mentioned earlier, we don't know if we'll be alive. We don't even know if we'll make it to Eid in 8 days' time and 9 days' time. We don't know. That's why we need to take advantage of the breath that we have and the moments that we have. When you were born, you were given a set number of breaths, whatever, 300 billion or whatever number of breaths it was, but you were given a set number. It will not increase and it will not decrease. And how many have we breathed now at 41 years old, at 27 years old, at 21 years old?
21, exactly. I like you. 21, that's okay. 21 for me is I can't count.
But no, we think about it, at our ages, how many breaths have we already done?
We actually can't calculate it.
We can't calculate it. But how many are left? We don't know how many are left. Like if we could see it, like imagine you're born with that kind of hourglass, and you can see the sand dripping away, and you know that at first you got all the time in the world, so hey, let's chill. As we get to 40, but maybe we've only got a tiny bit left. How come I've got a tiny bit and you've got so much? And
exactly.
We don't know, but we don't know, and it's a wisdom in us not knowing, subhanallah. But this is part of the iman, is that we're meant to live in this world as if we might live forever, but we live for the akhirah as if we're going to die. We're going to go now. And that's what all this is about. This is all about your akhirah. It's not about anything else. It's not even, as I think, Irfan Bhai, you alluded to earlier, that whether we give or don't give, the meat that is due to come to a family in Yemen,
it will, inshallah.
It will come.
It will come.
It's written for them. Yeah, if it's written for them, it will come.
Definitely.
Allah does not need you to call up right now. Right? He doesn't need you. I'm just being honest. He doesn't need you. He's the one without any need. He doesn't need you. We are the ones that are in need. We are the ones that are weak. We are the ones that have nothing. We are the ones that are utterly contingent. We are the ones that are utterly dependable. Nothing. Even our heart doesn't beat without seeking permission from Allah for every single beat. And if that permission doesn't come, that's when it no longer beats and it's over. And we go back to Allah, and the examination will begin, the judgment will begin. And we are judged because we are responsible, because we have freedom to choose. We have the ability to choose. And that's why we will be judged. That's why we don't judge little children. You can't judge a child. They have no responsibility. They have no understanding. They have no ability.
Exactly.
But we, as grown, autonomous adults, we will be judged, and that's the reality. And so we have to make sure that we're going to be in a good place in that time.
May Allah bless you all. I would like to say, of course, that a few years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, I can't remember, I was a presenter for 3 days for the time when the Hajj was coming. And of course, the Islam channel was taking everybody to every corner of the Hajj. It was look like you are going forward. And of course, when you give your Qurbani as well, it look like you done it. Metaphorically, you done it, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, today, for example, did not invite you to his house personally in this way, but in the way which you can sit in your home and go with the Hujjaj. Go with and around the Tawaf. You're thinking you're doing the Tawaf, you're thinking to go in the Muzdalifah, you're thinking going to Mona, you're thinking going to Arafat. Arafat, which is very, very, very important, as our brother says. May Allah bless you. Just I encourage you to look at this and go follow. And it's so beautiful. But tonight or today, it's in the morning at the moment, pay before you go to sleep. Just give your Qurbani and just give for the people in the Bangladesh, in the Pakistan or other, they have got no water. Give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I do have some dua for you, which we're finishing. I'll do it in Arabic, which is got more near to my heart. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Please bring your hand up all if you can. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين سبحان ربك رب عزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين آمين
Allahu Akbar. Brothers and sisters, we will see you tomorrow night on this couch. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.